right, let's see if I mess things up. I'm pretty good at messing things up. Did we do it? We did it! Hey, we got live. We have the transition scene playing everything. Woo! Today is going to be a blessed day. Okay, so we're going to be getting into the Corsair Cup momentarily, guys. We are actually just waiting a moment because there's a couple of late check-ins. So a couple folks who signed up but kind of forgot that they had to click that I'm here button. So we'll get this going in just a moment's time. As evident by the magnificent man next to me, Zombie Grub is in fact out again, but that's okay because Pig was awesome and showed up to come cast with me today. Thank you for being here today, Pig.
Thanks, man. For a second when you said Zombie Grub there, I thought you were gonna, I don't know, say I was Zombie Grub or something, and I was like, whoa, where is he gonna go with this one? But
you're not Zombie Grub, are you?
No.
Okay, because this would be like marrying your own sister who had your same name. Like, ugh, that'd be weird.
Best audio test 2016, man. What can I say? I'm bringing the hype today.
It's one of the last ones of the year, am I right? So, actually, speaking of that, this is the second to last Corsair Cup of the year. Hopefully, I'm hoping all the contract stuff will be signed on the dotted line because we got some pretty big announcements for the very last Cup of the year, which is going to come the day after Christmas. Hopefully that won't be too problematic for most. We tried to avoid it as much as we could, but it seems to be the only day we can do stuff. Now, Pig, actually, I want to talk about something completely unrelated, and that's co-op. So again, we're waiting a moment or two, guys. The brackets are not final yet. They probably will be by the time you're hearing this, stream delay and all. But have you seen what this week's co-op mission is? The mutation specifically.
I was reading about a mutation yesterday on Reddit. So is this talk me through it, man?
Okay, so it's a Christmas themed one, right? And it's pretty fun. They've gotten a little bit silly with it, but there's so many good Easter eggs in it and so many fun things that happen because what happens is during the actual mission, Amon will deploy little gifts that you can either claim, or if you don't claim, he will take from you. And if he takes them, he'll make bad things happen. Like he'll spawn a random mutation or extra hybrids or things that are just a pain in the butt to deal with. But sometimes they're really funny. And for example, yesterday I found a killbot. It was an undestroyable mech that would only die once it killed 50 units. A Futurama reference for those who don't know. So they put a lot of really fun Easter eggs in it. But some of the benefits you get are really cool too. Like you can get an Archangel. Doesn't matter if you're Zerg or Protoss, you can get an Archangel. There's a thing where you'll get everything is free for 10 seconds. So just hold down those production keys.
Oh my god.
My favorite though so far is the Mule Party. Each player gets like 3 mules and a dancing oracle above their command center. And then this like 70s disco music starts playing in the background. It's so good. They've made this one really fun. So this isn't even like super challenging in my opinion, but if you guys haven't played co-op much, I'd recommend getting a commander to at least level 5. For those who don't know, I didn't know this until just last week when Nathaniel told me, you can actually play co-op with the free-to-play version of the game. You're just limited to, I think, like the first 3 commanders or something. But get to level 5. It'll take you like 3 or 4 games to get level 5 and play the mutation. It's actually really fun. I really like this week's.
That's awesome, man. I was reading about it on Reddit, and I was like, well, this sounds just ridiculous and hilarious. Like,
well, the Thanksgiving one was probably my favorite. They put turkeys in the game, Pig. Evil turkeys. Because you couldn't build supply depots, you had to hunt the turkeys to get supply while doing the mission. And eventually, the Turking appears, and he fucks your shit up, dude. This was like crazy elite mob status. Like, it was insane.
That's epic, man. I love the kind of relaxed humor that we get in co-op. You know, it's always good when Blizzard are just having a bit of fun and just chilling and making some fun maps to I don't know. There's no veil of seriousness. It's just like, let's just make some hilarious fun maps.
I'd say that's it for most of the time, but sometimes you'll get these modes where I know that they were just thinking like, okay, how can we dick people over this week? Like, I have never lost a mission, but for example, 2 mutations ago, I spent over 5 days playing like 15 to 40 games a day, unable to beat the mission. So,
oh man. Now
granted, that some people had an easier time with that than me. I was insisting I do it the difficult way. But the point is, like, some of them have been really difficult. So, co-op is, I like a wide range of like easy, fun to serious and hard.
It's actually cool that they've got that range in there as well. Yeah, I've only actually played like very little. But I tried it out with Livy for the first time, and dude, oh my god, it was when they had was it there was like the nukes mutator, as well as
Oh,
like
they
the
just
rockets
drop all over
constantly
the map
hitting your base.
randomly.
Yeah,
Feels
and there's
bad,
like
man.
the laser beams as well going across the map, and the number of times I'd just be distracted by rockets hitting my base and my minimap's constantly pinging, and then my army would get nuked like 7 times throughout this mission.
Pig, I
And
gotta
like,
interrupt you.
oh
The
my
brackets are
god.
finished, and Lenok is playing today? Question mark. But so here's the thing:
Oh, sick.
we could either follow Lenok and Namshar in a best of one, or Super and someone named Seven Control in a best of one. I think Super versus Nurchio round 2 is like a really good matchup. Are you cool with doing that one?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Can you link me up the bracket as well by any chance? And then
Well, actually, here I'm gonna try and make the lobby. Just in chat, type !brackets, and I guess that's for everybody watching too.
Oh,
If
right.
at any
Yeah, yeah,
point you
cool,
want to
cool.
see what's going on, !brackets will link it to you. But I want to get this made so we don't miss the players, because usually people just like zip zoom. All right, so Super versus 7X Control is gonna be a best of one. I don't know who's gonna win this one. I favor Super a little bit just because I really have had good experience with Super, but who is 7X Control? But the winner plays Nurchio, and I think that's going to be fantastic. You actually recently had Nurchio on your show. I tweeted about it. For those who didn't see, though, do you want to tell them what was up?
yeah, I had Nurture on to talk about BlizzCon. I was doing my very belated series of shows where Snoot, Alazer, and Nurture all came on over about a week and kind of talked about their BlizzCon games. And it's really funny. I love Nurture because he's actually like he's very smart. He's very like honest and stuff. But like there's always a kind of dedicated fan base of anti fan base, I guess, of people who are just like Nurture said an insulting thing about the player I like on the Team Liquid forum. So I always love when people kind of like sometimes they have this image of Nurture as being like super salty or something like that, and he's just like the nicest, smartest guy. Like
In
we're
fairness,
all just nerds
though,
that love StarCraft.
in fairness, his online persona doesn't help promote the image of a very nice and sweet and intelligent guy. The intelligent part maybe, but in like a condescending sense at times. I personally really like Nurchio. I've liked him through his BM. I've liked him through his Salt. He's always been one of my favorite players. And I think for me, a big part of it was like he had a lot of personality. So when I met him in person, I was actually surprised to find him to be more just laid back and kind of calm. I don't know what I was expecting, but either way, I'm glad that he's who he is.
I think the bot isn't active in chat right now.
Oh, is it down? Hang on. Okay, well here I can give you the thing. Just give me your camera. Go weird.
No worries, man.
Why is the
It's
bot
not
not
him.
working?
It's not.
No, you're right. The
Not
bot.
crazy important.
No, it is because the bot awards Partoofs, man.
Oh
That's-
yeah,
that's
actually.
for serial deal. Okay, well we'll get this game started while I take a look at things. Try and figure out why the bot's not good. But here we'll hop into game while I put
Awesome.
this up and figure out what's going on. I'm just gonna restart it. Oh,
I do apologize.
the laptop has totally frozen. That's why. That's not
Oh.
good. I guess leaving it on for like 9 consecutive days is not a good thing. But sorry,
Alright,
you
so-
apologize for what?
I will be kind of muting my mic every now and then because I have a terrible cough at the moment. 2 nights in a row where I've haven't really been able to sleep very well because I have this like horrible dry cough.
Oh, no. I'm sorry
that
to
just
hear
like
that.
wakes me up. So yeah, if I ever randomly go silent, it's probably because I'm trying to save the eardrums of the headphone users out there.
Or you've done what many of us have done and forgotten to unmute your mic. I'll let you know. It'll get
Yeah, that
awkward.
could
It'll be
also-
fantastic.
That could also happen.
All right, well, guys, the bot should be back up by the time you hear this. We are getting into game number 1 of a best of 1. This is actually fantastic. We don't often have enough players sign up where we have best of 1 rounds, but we have a lot of people signing in today, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Spawning down here, the bottom right, coming all the way from Korea. He's going to be the blue Protoss Super.
I'm not actually sure who this player is, so can you do this intro as well, please?
Yeah, not really too sure on him either, but he's got a cool logo, I'll tell you that much. The 7X, it's going to be the yellow Terran Control.
Awesome. Just wanted to double check. I was like, I'm not sure if you know who Control is, so I'll let you take that one.
It's in Control's alter ego, the Terran player, who's very serious and not at all funny.
Okay. Can you imagine that? The opposite in Control.
No, right?
Everything he says is like, it's not just funny. Because you think about Jeff.
It'd be like
he's not,
stoic.
yeah, it's like he's actually got to be the opposite of funny. Like he can't just be like, oh, that wasn't funny. It's like, no, you like just sucked the fun out of the air, man. Like, I don't know how you
I
managed
feel
to
like
do that.
the opposite of in control would be the guy that in control is making fun of. Anyways, not a lot to be said about this player. I know we've cast him before once, but the fact of the matter remains he's not gotten too far in our tournaments. I'm not going to discount him, though. TvP's been looking pretty good for Terran players who know what they're doing in the matchup. And let's not forget, Super's always got that off-server latency working against him. By the way, we got like 1 billion subs and resubs coming in. I love you guys so much. We'll get caught up because I forgot to do it before we got into the game. I'll get caught up with all your wonderful faces after we get out of this first game. But the reason we picked this match is regardless of whether Control can surprise us with some Terran play from an outstanding player or whether it's the expected win from Super, we picked this because the winner goes on to fight against Nurchio in round 2, and I think that's going to be the fantastic match. And that's going to be a best of 3 too.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a big match. So, going to be interesting to see if Control can put some pressure on here against Super, get something done. Is going to be an early Reaper sneaking its way on into that main base. Mothership Core's only just started actually, so this Reaper's got quite a few seconds here where it can dance around. It looks like going to play very safe, and actually we'll find a probe kill on this natural, so not a bad start.
And are you seeing what I'm seeing in the production tab?
Oh.
So, this is a problem caused by skins for some reason. Anyone who's using one of the Blizzard skins, and what's weird is this doesn't affect all units. Like, Adepts seem to be clear of it. Only one of the Colossus skins is affected by it, but for some reason, the current version of the patch, this is a thing. This has nothing to do with the overlay we're using. This doesn't have anything to do with any mod being used. This is a Blizzard bug that I hope they fix sooner than later, because it's been rather problematic to cast with it.
Well, you know, sometimes a lot of us, kind of people who watch a little bit of Brood War here and there, we like to talk about how much more suspense there is when you're watching a Brood War game because there's not that much information. And I kind of agree with this to some extent.
Trying not to roll my eyes right now.
I think it's really hard to go back from StarCraft 2, but today we get that. You know, we get part of our production tab obscured, so you guys are gonna have to rely on the casters to
it's like
you guys
one unit. Like, what could that one unit be? Maybe it's a battlecruiser, pig. No, but actually on that topic, what I find interesting is I personally never was into Brood War. I saw my very first Brood War match when I was in Korea, and I saw it live, right? And it was an interesting experience because I really didn't know what was going on. It had very little to do with because there was no production tab. I just had no idea how Brood War functioned, but I didn't find it any more or less enjoyable than StarCraft. This is just me personally. I'm not trying to say anything's better than the other guys, but I have in StarCraft really enjoyed going from having the basic overlay to the sort of mishmashes between Gameheart, then you got Gameheart, which just gives you everything you need always, and I would not want to go a direction away from that personally. I don't like watching the WCS 2.2 overlays. I will say
the Mothership Core's out of range. The Mothership Core's out of range right now. He might actually just focus down this pylon.
This might be a problem. Okay, if enough Marines go down, though, the Stalkers can start kiting what's left, but don't get to warp in. The pylon dies. The probes are running in control. Surprises Super. That Reaper really should not have caused this much damage just by being a distraction, but it did. Surround with the probes, he's trying to hold them in place. The Stalker's coming in for the kill. Marauder's trying to shoot, but it's too late, and Control's forces are gonna die.
Ooh, Control did miss an opportunity there to focus fire and maybe kill about 3 or 4 more probes, but nonetheless, 8 probes down, that's damage. That's really good damage. However, Super does see that he doesn't have a lot of defense at home. He sees his observer sees the extra barracks just going down now. Bunker's not quite ready, and Super, he's got a Warp Prism ready, he's got 3 gateways, he's just gonna go for a big attack right now.
Yeah, the Adepts coming in are gonna be able to soak a lot of damage. Stalkers are kind of brittle, kind of frail. They go down pretty quick, but not gonna be a problem if the Adepts are the ones taking all the damage. In fact, actually, just gonna distract to the front with the Stalkers, so a bit of counter-distraction tactics, I guess. Blinks away, keeps the Stalkers alive. Widowmine goes down, and now the Adepts focus down one of those freshly dropped mules. Oh, that's painful.
Oh, wow. Very nicely played here by Super. Just not risking anything, not going completely all in with this by any means. And he's actually got that 3rd Nexus starting up at home and Colossi production, as well as the Adept Glaives. So going to be really focusing on getting that strong frontal army behind this.
This is where if I could sit casters down and fight with them, I would. So I'm going to with you. This isn't Colossi yet, man. This is just one. I hate my biggest pet peeve. Actually, I don't actually have a lot of negative things to say when I listen to other people. I think a lot of other people are fantastic at casting. But Tasteless is like the biggest one who does this, right? Where it's like one Colossus on the field. It's like, look into the Colossi! I'm like, no! Look at the Colossus! Damn it! It's like everyone
Well-
everyone was so afraid of being wrong that they're like they're overcompensating, and they're like way wrong more so because of it.
Well, in that case, it's like I'm talking about the tech path he's heading towards, and he's heading towards, you know,
See,
Colossi, right?
I like
so
that.
He's heading in that direction.
I
If
can
I am
get
talking
behind
about,
that.
if I say, oh, look at this Colossi army, and there's only one in it, then I'm totally with you there, man.
I like that. That's a good way to put that. Because the other part of it too is like you wouldn't say he's like there's marine production. There's not Marines production, right? This has nothing
Yeah,
to do with
man.
anything for people tuning in, by the way. This is just a personal pet peeve of mine.
No, dude, I seriously like there's certain. Oh man, there's like this fast food joint here where people always add an S on the end, and I'm like, but you're just talking about like one store, like.
Oh, we have that too.
You don't need to add an S on the end, man. Like, there's like a few things, and there's a few like chain stores and stuff. For some reason, like about 50% of the people I know will always pluralize it, no matter what. And I'm just like, no. And, like, I get super OCD and angry.
We have that too. Shout out to any Canadians who have had to deal with people saying Safeway versus Safeways. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that just sounds wrong to me.
All right, well, we got a big move out of control. First one managed to catch Super really off guard. This time around, he's got Liberators. He's got a +1 weapon advantage. I mean, the Colossus are certainly going to be annoying. Or Colossi. But the point of the matter is these Liberators should trump everything. I don't know that there's enough Blink Stalkers to necessarily blink underneath this. The
Yeah,
Marauders
there's
should
no-
be able to take them down.
Wow, yeah, this is a pretty small army. It's all about those force fields keeping back the bio, letting a few extra swipes get down. But with 4 Liberators sieging up, it will be quite scary. Control does have to use another stim there.
He's running.
Gonna just dive on top. Oh my god.
Oh
this
my
is
god.
Really scary.
The
for
Liberators
Super
just
right
set up
now.
in range of everything. They don't give a good gosh darn. The Colossus push back from this. He focuses one down. Another one joins the fight. Might be giving away a little too much bio as he runs back towards his Liberators.
Super stayed super calm there. Just kind of kept microing his units back steadily. And what looked like a bad situation actually ended up okay. Gets all the Liberators. Oh, he's even gonna snap some of the Medivacs on a retreat. Oh, dude, Super, such good defense.
This almost went really well for Control, though. Like, if he had re-sieged those Liberators in the middle of the fight, oh no! Triple kill of Doom!
Oh, wow.
If you had re-sieged those Liberators during the fight, though, that could have been a completely different outcome, I think. That got really close for Super, and I know he's playing against cross-server latency fighting against them, on top of this Terran player who's evidently very talented, but man, that could have been so dangerous for the Protoss. That could have been game-ending for the Protoss.
Yeah, that definitely was a scary moment there. Super's going to counterattack now. Just focusing down those Vikings very well, using Blink, only taking shields damage. There's just so few units on the ground. I mean, there's a single drop about to hit Super's base, but I think it's too little too late.
Well, the SCVs get pulled, letting those Vikings move forward a little bit easier. Almost gets one of the Colossus. It's going to go down. 1 health wasn't enough to stand. Other side of the map, that drop is so tiny, I just can't see this big threat. 23 SCVs went down in the desperate pull to stay alive. He's going to pull back towards his main, but this game is looking like Super's got it in the bag. Nice pylon snipes, though, shutting down the warp gate, stopping the Colossus production. Control doesn't have a lot, but he's doing a lot with a little.
Yeah, trying to hang on here as best he can, but in the end does have to tap out. Super there, showing his experience, defends the push, and takes it out.
Well done, well played. Oh, shoot, why didn't anyone tell me I had a stupid little... Hang on, I gotta go back and fix this. I didn't notice. I got a little sun on the overlay from when we were casting Solar the other day, and his name was LLLLL.
Oh.
The whole game had like a little sun over Super's name. Why didn't you guys tell me in chat? Come on, you guys, goddamn. All right, first game of the day down. We've gotten our shenanigans out. We've had our pluralization discussion. We're like 90% through the day already, and we're only 1 game in.
The next Olov in chat saying Tesco's rather than Tesco. Oh man, that triggers me. That triggers me hard. Don't even go there, buddy.
All right, well, the next series is going to be Super versus Nerd Trio. We're going to go to a small commercial break while we set up the lobby. It'll be a best of 3. And we'll see you guys soon.